No history book yet has given more than one sentence about Flight 93, and all it states is, and a plane crashed in the field of Pennsylvania.
United 93 is at your 350, intermittent light stop. United 93 checking in 350. United 93, 350.
We had 33 passengers, 7 crew, and 4 terrorists.
The plane took off at 8:42 that morning.
From Newark, New Jersey to Fort California.
It was delayed about 25 minutes from its expected takeoff time because of heavy air traffic that morning.
Using the phones in the back of the plane, the passengers on United Airlines Flight 93 called home.
They were able to find out when they were in the air what happened to the World Trade Centers and the Pentagon.
This plane was headed for the Capitol building.
They had to do something, and they couldn't let a life on the ground be taken.
They voted. They voted. I tell the students, only in America. They knew that they were on a suicide mission. They developed a plan, but they voted. Should they go for it?
And with passenger Todd Beamer's last words.
Are you ready, guys? Let's roll.
The passengers stormed the front of the plane to overtake the terrorists.
From the recordings, like there was no fear in the voices.
40 strangers sat on that plane, but they stood as one.
United 93, Cleveland. United 93, Cleveland. United 1523, did you hear your company, did you hear a couple minutes ago screaming? Yes, I did, 797, and...
The last we knew, the aircraft was at 8,000 feet.
I am told through unconfirmed reports that we could hear screaming in the control tower.
We are being hijacked. We are being hijacked. Those frightening words were uttered by a passenger on board United Flight 93.
The plane was carrying 38 passengers, 2 pilots, and 5 flight attendants.
Can you picture that giant plane coming down?
The only reason we're not having a memorial service in Washington, D.C. near the Capitol or the White House today is because of these 40 people. That's the only reason. And nobody seems to know that.
Akron native Sharon Dietrich has promised to make sure the plight of those passengers is never forgotten.
I will do my part for the rest of my life to make sure that this memorial gets built.
10 years after that plane crashed, in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, the first phase of the project is about to open, but the Flight 93 memorial is still $10 million short, the only memorial of the 3 targets on 9/11 with not enough money to be completed.
It's a lot to take in.
The only Ohioan on the national campaign, Dietrich has turned to an unlikely source to help raise the remaining money.
The program is called 93 Cents for Flight 93, and it's supposed to teach kids about what happened that day, and also not only the kids but their parents.
Dietrich tells students the story of Flight 93 and challenges them to honor the passengers and crew members by getting this memorial built.
You need to raise 93 cents, but I'm going to ask you, please don't go home and ask Grandma or Grandpa or Mommy and Daddy for $1. Go and ask them if you could earn it.
40 schools are on board and 75,000 students have donated so far.
I don't have 93 cents in change in my pocket, but I would like to contribute $1 to the cause.
Students like this group from Heritage Christian School in Canton.
There's still some good patriots in America. You know, it inspires you, do something.
To do something.
Yes.
I know that it's a big deal, and because of how the people of Flight 93 gave their lives for this country.
They voted to do the right thing and fight back against this terrorism.
So when this fence comes down and there's finally a permanent memorial here in Shanksville, the students hope people come here as a place to feel hopeful.
Of the 4 planes that were hijacked, this is the only one that didn't reach its target because of these 40 ordinary heroes.
Dietrich still needs more schools and more students to give just 93 cents, a very small sacrifice to remember a group of people that gave up everything.
They voted yes, and at the cost of their lives. And the fact that it was totally overlooked. This is the story. This is the grassroots. This is the human factor that we all long for, that we would someday hopefully have the courage to do this.
In Shanksville, Pennsylvania, Kristen Severance, The Ohio News Network.